hey, this is a 2009 spring training T-shirt. Cactus League. Shows the freeways and the general
Arizona.
location. Yeah, that was the last time we went to spring training. That's when Hope was a baby, and I accidentally dropped her out of the baby Bjorn, getting a foul ball in the concession area behind the stands while walking around with you. Very sorry about that. We've yet to go back to Cactus League action since then. It's something we'd like to plan with our family in the future. Okay, anyway, that's really, no one cares about that, but
nobody cares about any of these either.
you're probably right. Okay, yeah, I mean, you're gonna see videos of the fun stuff, but this is $1 packs from the local card shop. So this is $12 of baseball cards, which probably I overpaid. The thing is,
all the rest of our Donruss.
yeah, the guy at the local card shop probably bought somebody's collection, a box of cards or whatever. Then he took all the good stuff out, if there is anything from these years, and then he collated the rest into these little team bags of 20 to 25 cards, throws them in a box, and then sells them for $1. And because I don't have a whole heck of a lot of Donruss from these years, I would have pretty much had Fleer and Topps for the most part. I saw these and bought them just for fun. So let's just see what the heck's in here. We've done a bunch of these packs when we were kind of starting our channel, when we didn't have a whole lot of boxes of super modern cards.
And what years are these?
Well, upper left-hand corner, what does that say? 85. I think this is 85.
This is an 85.
85 Donruss.
It says 85.
Yeah, we did a lot of this early on, just for fun to kind of get.
This is also an 85.
Into the groove.
These look like 87.
There's
and all
two.
These are 83.
Yeah, 285s, 287s, and then I think there's 883s. So let's just go ahead and pour through these, and I will try to get to where we can have some kind of decent exposure here and focus. All right. So we got Kent Herbeck. Nothing wrong with that. Twins legend. Charlie Lee, Diamond Kings. Those are what they were known for. Those are pretty cards. That artwork. Steve Jeltz. Dave Kingman. Kong. Alfredo Griffin. Jody Davis. Joel Youngblood. Ozzie Virgil. You're not going to find anything cool to put to the left or the right. Trust me. Lamar Hoyt. Jim Sundberg. Jerry Royce. Bruce Bhakti. Lee Tunnel. The favorite Pirate hats. Jason Thompson. Luis Sanchez. Floyd Bannister. Rob Wilfong, John Cotton Candelaria, Pat Tabler, Ed Nunez with our favorite Mariners logo.
Trident?
Well, I mean, yeah, the Trident, yeah. You agree with me. Okay. Atlee Hammaker, Jim Morrison, Come On Baby Light My Fire, Darryl Brown, Jim Wolford, Roy, Lee Jackson, love three-part names, and Mike Kruko. Wow. Broadcaster for the Giants, and a pitcher, Tony Jalapena, 1985 Donruss, when he was with the Pirates. We can't do this fast enough. I just said it. Tony Pena. Claudel Washington, Diamond King. Sweet. David Palmer. Dane George. Doug Bear. Looks like a coach. How old was he? Marty Castillo. Al Oliver. Ed Lynch. He's an executive. Tim Laudner. Willie Upshaw. Steve Bye-Bye Balboni. He's got the donut on his bat. That's how they, do your practice swings.
Yeah.
It puts a little extra weight. So that's clearly not him at the plate. Jesse Orozco pitched forever. Oh, are they? They went by 4. Larry McWilliams. Alejandro Sanchez, rated rookie. Sure. Ron Oster. And we got Bill Doran, Mike Flanagan, Steve Kemp, Mark Bailey, Kevin Gross, Mike Squires, Odell Jones, Dave Smith, Floyd Rayford, Bob James, wow, Doug Lohman,
rated rookie,
and Damaso Garcia. That wraps up the 85 Donruss. Wow, that was fire. There's Charlie Huff. If there's anything that's a hit, it would be that. It would be Charlie Huff. 87 Donruss. The 83s are beckoning. Charlie Huff in the 80s. It's like the Band-Aid background. I mean, look at it's the great. It's just awful. Awful. Vance Criminal Law. Steve Farr. Benny DiStefano. Buddy Bell. Ozzie Virgil. Mike Smithson. Spike Owen. Tony Pena again. Cecilio Guante. The Pirate hats were awesome always. Greg Gross. Manny Trio. Danny Cox. Tim Laudner, Tom Henke, Gary Rita. Some of the same players just 2 years later. There's Mike Krukow again. Tommy Herr, Mark Bailey, Cliff Johnson, Ernest Riles, Mariano Duncan laying down a bunt, Greg Gagne, Chico Walker, Tom Brookins. Whoa, look at the Tom. I mean, Terry Mulholland pitched a long time, too.
Yeah.
Wow, nice look. And Terry Mulholland, I think that was it for that one, right?
Yeah. Then
Another-
here's another 87.
Willie Hernandez. This guy won an MVP in the Cy Young.
I feel like the Topps versions of the 87 cards look better.
Yeah, they got the wood grain bat.
The one of Mattingly right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you see we got there you go, Maddie. There's 80.
Yeah, right.
There you go. I mean, our viewers, if they don't know, that's 87 right there.
There's the Topps 85
Mm-hmm.
and 83.
Yep.
Here's Willie Hernandez.
Oh yeah, by the way, back to Willie Hernandez, Hubie Brooks, Walt Terrell, Roy Smalley, Mike Brown, and our favorite Pirate hat, Steve Jeltz again, Floyd Bannister, at least the White Sox are wearing white, Marvell Wynn, John Miserock, Steve Rainbow Trout, Mike Morgan, Trident, Chris Bando, helmet on backwards, ready to put the mask on, Jose Oquendo, could play everywhere, Tim Flannery, Dwayne Murphy, Ron Renicky, John Stefero, Alan Ashby, Matt Young, Craig Def Lefferts, Glenn Wilson, Tim Burke, Andy McGaffigan, John Candelaria with the Angels, Ed Lynch, probably need to open the door for them, Dave Sachs.
And Willie Randolph.
Oh, thank you for finishing that off for us. I know, sorry.
That's the end of those.
Okay.
Lock your door.
All right, so now, next up, some 1983. There are about 8 packs of these.
Yeah, a lot.
Tim Wallach already. I'll throw these behind here.
Oh, I remember this. There he is.
There's Tim Wallach, and we got Ed Whitson, Don Hood, Tom Underwood. This would be like the 3rd year of their cards. They still look pretty bad. Omar Moreno. They're kind of similar to the 82s that they released. Amos Otis, Rick Langford. That's a solid mustache. Brad Mills, Mike Richard, Aurelio Rodriguez, Dave Edwards. What is that? Paul Householder, Ron Reed, Mike Ramsey. Whoa. Kiko Garcia, Tony La Russa, Hall of Famer legend, Joel Youngblood, Wayne Tollison, Keith Creel, Billy Martin. Wow. Managed the Yankees many times. That's Jerry Dubinsky, Pat Zachary, Shane Raleigh, Mark Bellinger, Rodney Craig, Mike Heath. Oh, the A's still wear that bright yellow. Luis Sanchez,
Yeah.
Onyx Concepcion. They stand out in the crowd. There's no doubt about that. Dave Parker, Cobra. All right, whoop, let's come back out here. Yeah, if you missed it, we did some Series 1 of 2025. Now we've gone way back. Kent Herbeck, we saw him in the 85s, I think. Jim Beattie, Tim Laudner again. Buck Martinez, he's still a broadcaster for the Blue Jays. Alfredo Griffin. Larry Anderson is not thrilled. Neither Pete Falcone is undecided. Jody Davis, Lonnie Smith, Skates, Pete Vukovich, Rick Leach, Rick Miller, Miguel DeLone, John Wathen, here's a manager, Kelvin Moore, Bryn Smith, David Hostetler, Bob Nepper, Marty Bystrom, Chris Welsh, old left-hander, Jason Thompson, Tom O'Malley, Neil Allen, Ed Vandenberg, Jim Clancy, Robert Castillo, Bruce Barini, Mike Flanagan, Mike Morgan, and Cecil Cooper. Part of Harvey's Wallbangers. Lost to Cardinals in 82 World Series. Jay Johnstone is a Cub. Oh my gosh.
And there's 4 more after this.
Does there have to be? All right.
Maybe we can finish up Donruss.
One buck a pack is what this is. They saw sucker when I came in. All right, Jay Johnstone, John Tudor, decent left-hander. Dave Smith, decent closer. Tug McGraw, Tim's daddy. Doug Bear, Rupert Jones, Alex Trevino, Ken Daly, and Rod Scurry. Bob Brenly, Scott Thompson, Julio Cruz, John Stearns, Dale Murray, Frank Sweet Music Viola, Al Bumry, Ben Ogilvy, Dan, what? Dan who? Dave Tobick? Sure. Bob Stanley, Terry Bogener, what? Rudy Law, Ray Knight, and the Mets win it. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it. Joe Lefevre, Jim Wolford, Ron Oster, Rick Mailer, Steve Nicosia, Junior Kennedy, Carlos Diaz, and Mickey Hatcher, who was the Angels hitting coach. They fired him, and then they immediately called up Mike Trout. I remember that.
Sure.
Yeah. They called up Mike Trout for good in 2012, right after they fired Mickey Hatcher as the hitting coach.
Like, we don't want you.
Yeah, that was the changing of the guard. Willie McGee, he could steal some bases. Lee Smith, Ron Hodges, Leon Durham. If there's one side of the checklist, yeah, we don't want to completely rip off Junk Wax Salad. Wow, that is really bad. All right, cover it up. With Britt Burns and Art Howe, Alan Wiggins, Jim Baer, Yvonne De Jesus, Tom Lawless, Bob Walk, terrible name for a pitcher, Jimmy Smith, Marshall Edwards.
Practice bad.
Yeah, and these aren't really centered names either. Lance Parrish, Carney Lansford, nothing wrong with that. Larry Milburn, Dennis Leonard, Dan Meyer, Charlie Lee, Rick Honeycutt, Glenn Bummer, Denny Walling, and George Hendrick. Whoa, we have like 4 more of these?
I think so.
All right, we're
3 more after this.
on $1 number 5 of 83 Donruss.
Yeah.
I think we may have had maybe a half dozen of these previously that we played with last year. So, I mean, these will just get collated with what little I had just for fun. Oh, Keith Hernandez, he's a legend. Gary Gaetti, Damaso Garcia, Gene Nelson, Mookie Wilson, Mookie, Alan Ripley, Bob Horner, Gary LaVale, Tony Pena again, Steve.
A lot of Tony
Yeah,
Peñas.
lots of Tony Pena. Steve Yeager.
I think we've got him in like all the years.
Oh, Greg Luzinski. Whoa, flip it over. Oh, man. Jeff Reardon, John Matlack, Don Slott, Fred Stanley, Rick Manning, Dave Rigetti, that was a good one, Dave Stapleton, Enos Cabell, Sammy Stewart, Moose Haas, Len Sakata, Hal McCrae, Matt Keogh, Doug Flynn, Fred Lynn, Billy Sample, Tom Pachorik, Wimpy, White Sox announcer for a long time, and Lou Piniella, sweet Lou Piniella, a legend on the field and as a manager for multiple teams. Well, the Reds, Mariners, Yankees. He won the World Series with the Reds, 1990. Mike Marshall.
Sorry.
Oh, who did you slight? How dare you? Bump Wills.
Oh, that's
Ron Guidry, Louisiana Lightning. Very nice. And at this point, their backs were pretty bad.
Yeah.
Some color there, but not. Look at,
Yeah.
wow. Checklist. Who doesn't love a checklist? Gary Renicky, Dwight Bernard, Pat Underwood.
There he is right there.
Oh yeah, there's there we have a Guidry right up there. So that's what 75. That's a 1977 Ron Guidry, and that Oscar Gamble over there on the left. That's that Topps Heritage look. They're finally going to release a high number of that. So we'll be getting, and at the end of the month we'll be getting some more of those Topps Heritage cards with Skeens and the Jacksons. Will be in that look that Oscar Gamble's in right there. Gary Allenson, Chris Bando, Ray Burris didn't even bother putting his hat on. Yeah, I didn't even bother.
He's an Expo. That looks like an Expo.
Expos. Oh, it's just they don't even use the real logos. John Butcher, even though it's licensed product, just very generic. Don Ossie, Jerry Kuzman, Jose Cruz, Cesar Cedeno, Tippy Martinez, Roy Howell, Dan Petrie, Jerry Mumphrey, Mark Clear, Larry Sorensen, Larry with one L. What is that? Rick? What was that? Rick Sweet? Jim got the win, got the loss, got the save. Terry Felton, Jim Kern, whoa, Bill Allman, Larry Christensen, Juan Bonilla, Tommy Boggs. How can there possibly be more? All right.
There's one more after this one.
Nice. 83 Donruss. Can't wait to put these in number order. I mean,
Can't wait to be done with
I had
these
like
Donruss
one pack
cards.
of these when I was a kid, and now we've got like 200 of these cards. Joe Rudy, Dave Kingman,
Can't wait to be done opening these cards.
yeah, Alan Bannister, Paul Splitter, Bill Gullickson, Danny Darwin's hair. Get a haircut. Andy Hassler, what? I gotta come in close. Ernesto Escariga, Steve Murrah, Tony Scott, Manny Trio. He also played for the Cubs. I think we saw him as a Cub on a different Donruss card. Greg Harris, so looks happy. Luis De Leon, Kent Tekulve, fantastic. All right, we got Atlee Hammaker, Bruce Benedict, Bill Caudle, John Castino, Ernie Witt, and Randy Johnson. Not the different Randy Johnson, completely different Randy Johnson. Garth Yorg, and Ed Lynch, Keith Moreland. Wow, great. They'd show a picture of him popping the ball up. Raphael, he's like out.
Yeah, he's looking at the ball in the sky.
He's like, please go foul. Rafael Ramirez, Bill Madlock, Milt May, John Montefusco, Wayne Krenchicki, and Andre Robertson, George Orta. We got one pack left. And by the way, we saw Tekulve. He's up here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Next to Bo. Yeah. 85. But that was him in 83 that we just showed you. Last pack, Magic. Once again, hand collated by the LCS, thrown in team bags, and for $1 you can get like 25 of these for fun.
Him.
Dave Steeb, we have him already. Jimmy Sexton, Mike Hargrove, the human rain delay, Doyle Alexander, Terry Forster, Tom Brookins, the mustache, Rich Dower, facial hair galore, Rob Picholo, Terry Crowley, Ned Yost, Reed Nichols, Oscar Gamble. What? Oh my gosh, he changed.
Doesn't have any hair.
He got rid of it. Looking a little more mature. He's gotten a little older. From 75 to 83. He's aged a little bit.
Yeah.
Jack Perconti.
He still has the mustache.
He does. Jack Perconti, Frank White, and pretty good. Mickey Klutz, that's a terrible name for a baseball player. Warren Cromartie, Larry Parrish, probably just struck out. Manny Sarmiento, Fred Breening, he looks like a doctor. Bill Campbell.
He's got some hair.
Todd Cruz, oh, look at that. Bob Baylor, Al Williams, Dan Ford, Gorman Thomas, Chet Lemon, he's pretty good. Mike Torres, and the last card is Dwight Evans. So we end with a mustache. Lots of fun glasses that people wore back in the day.
Yeah.
And then donuts on bats. That's another thing we saw a lot of. All right.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching.